Hey everyone, TIMAEUSS. Welcome to another Higan video. So this is my top 5 advice of what to do if you are stuck in the early game. Right, as you can see, on my early access account, and we're here, day 1 progress, level 29, all cleared. Right, and I'm going to show you what you can do to essentially get through a lot of the difficult stages that is going to be bugging you. Well, first of all, you'll see that there's an enemy power and your power. So this is what we call combat power, CP. If your power is lower, the number will turn red, and actually you'll do less damage. So one of the things you want to do is make sure that your power is above the recommended number. So what that means, what that means is that you want to upgrade your units. So for example here, you want to either upgrade the units a level, which I've maxed already, or upgrade their skill. And once you've done that, then obviously the unit's combat power will rise up and allowing you to not get affected by that debuff, and you will be able to clear that boss fight that you were stuck on. For day 1, the most difficult fight is going to be here at 6,200. That is pretty much the end goal for you guys. And as for tip number 1, it's upgrade your units, make sure you're passing that CP check. Now, number two, if you're hard stuck, sometimes it's because you have to manually get through a stage. I know for all of us, we just want to auto, because auto is so simple. We just click this button, but there are lots of mechanics that may not work for you. For example, in this fight, there will be a boss mechanic where you have to take down the Lotus Orbs, and sometimes the AIs, they do a good job, and sometimes they don't. And what you have to do then is make sure you turn off auto, right? Take off the 2x speed and use your skills to time it with their enemy mechanics. And there'll be lots of fights where there are a lot of AoE units, and what you want to do is make sure you use your AoE attacks and time it when they're spawning in waves. So that is very, very important. Let me see if I can find one that has an AoE stage where you need to take down several waves, and it's best to save your AoE attacks then. So I think this would be a stage. There we go. So here we're going to fight, and this stage, I remember it gave me a lot of problems. So what did I do? I waited for my damage AoE, which is Fene. She is a $1. You can buy her, and I make sure I manual to include everyone in this AoE. And now if I do that, it is much easier to clear. It is much easier to clear versus if I just let the computer do all the work. And of course you can see that I also should have just used healing as well on my unit as they were down, but by stacking AoE, basically I'll be able to clear much easier. So that is the manual part. There's also a lot of stages where you will have to place your units in terms of formation. I think this is quite straightforward. So I included with tip number 2, advice number 2, which we were talking about, which was the manual part, is that there will be stages where they'll show a red highlight under you when you're going through the formation. That means the enemy unit will use an attack that affects everyone in that lane. So what you want to do is in your formation, you can go to edit and then make sure that you drag the unit out of the harm's way. Okay, a lot of times you forget when you're going through auto, but make sure you're checking that. It's a side note, but I'll bundle that with the tip number 2, which is do manual play. Do manual play. Now, trick number 3, I think I briefly talked about it in my previous video for day 1, is as you upgrade a unit, try to increase your CP. Sometimes it's just not enough. So there are things you can do to artificially inflate your CP. For the longest time, I didn't have Nuno, and I was using Asa. However, as a base R rarity unit, Asa's CP is a bit too low for some of the stages, and I knew I was super close. So what you can do is reset the investment on a unit and pump it to a different unit just for some CP inflation, or to rock a different team composition that is elemental advantageous against the map or the ghouls you're fighting on. So what I mean by that is obviously everyone's got a typing, right? Blue beats red, red beats green, typical Pokemon stuff. But what you can do in this game right now, they've got a free reset. Okay, there's a free reset event happening. You get to reset and refunds everything back. It refunds all of your investment back, including the skill upgrades. So then what you can do is reset everything and then upgrade again. Upgrade again. You will be able to reach the maximum level still, but in this time, you will be able to build other units. This allows for comp testing. For example, if you really needed to fight several AoEs, so you need double healers or you need a tank versus, you know, having an assassin to assassinate the squishy backlines, you can do all of that. I've been resetting Queen as well sometimes just because I need her to go to the backline to fight some of the green type units. So you can reset units, and that allows you a wide variety of gameplay and strategy, because essentially now you can pretty much play with everyone in your roster, because once you have the level, the materials to upgrade 30, 30, 30, 27, everyone else can be 30, 30, 30, 27 across the 4 units. So this event is ongoing and it's going to be really good, allowing you to play around with the team composition until find a good one before level 50 for units. So that's tip number 3, reset your units. Now tip number 4. Okay, tip number 4. Make sure you're spending stamina for your experience stages if you are hard stuck. It's not really recommended early game because you want to use all of your stamina to push. However, I was stuck for a tiny bit and I actually needed to do a few stages of the EXP. Okay, because your stamina is going to be capped out, they're not going to be regenning at the moment because you're pushing through the story. What you can do is go to Abundance, Realm of Abundance, go to the EXP stage and just clear your carefree level, clear your easy level. You can't do normal on day 1, but you can do easy on day 2 and just auto battle, and it will do a few runs for you. The experience will be very nice in helping you push just a bit more ahead. Again, I don't recommend you be there all the time, you know, spending all of your stamina on EXP stages, especially early on, but you might need 2 or 3 runs just to make sure that you're getting that extra experience, and make sure you claim the experience available from all of your shops, of your mail, the pre-reg requisites, and all of these. Anything with a red dot, just click on it and see if you can get any experience. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we've got shop. So I cannot stress enough how much that people miss this. Okay, people miss the level 5, level 10, level 15, level 20, level 25 alliance rewards. Make sure you grab them in the beginner. It's completely free. In the beginner bundle section, it's completely free. Every 5 levels you can claim this and you get a lot of goodies from it. And of course, along with all the mission stuff, make sure you get dailies, weeklies, main story, and the growth. Do your growth. It gives you materials such as these very important level up mats. So with that said, I wish you all the best, and of course, let me give you a little gift in the promo code. As this video is sponsored by Higan, you can type in my name, TIMAEUSS, and you will be able to redeem some goodies, and hopefully that will help you along your journey to push level 29 in day 1 and level 48 in day 2. But anyhow, it's TIMAEUSS here. Feel free to use the link down in the description or in the comments to download and try the game, or scan the QR code on my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.